So what are the top explainer video production companies in London or the UK, operating across the world? Well, the question really is, for the kind of industries that we work with, which is defense, advanced manufacturing, and technology, are there any video production companies that actually understand the technology, who care enough to discover and experiment and explore how the technology works, and goes out of their way to explore different tools and unique ways to showcase the technology? Because to create the hardware, the platforms, the systems that you're building, that's obviously ingenious stuff. And if you don't have a video production company who is willing to also put in the graft, the grit, the hard work, the discovery and the exploration of how they can discover how tools that you use yourselves in the manufacturing process could possibly be used in the video production process as well, that's what we need to find out. And there are a lot of different explainer video companies that create videos, explainer videos, that are very surface level. They've got graphics whizzing around the screen, the text looks great, there's a lot of flash coming up on the screen, but actually that's not going to win more contracts, and that's not going to win new investment. Live Up Media and the company that I run is actually set up for that. We're here to do that experimentation. We call it bravery, graft, experimentation. It is a deeper exploration of the technology that you are creating. And it's not just about showing the details. It's not just about showing how it works. We don't position you like a inventor. We position you as a credible industry leader and a partner that someone wants to work with, that they trust for problem solving across these critical industries. And so it demands a different level of video production. And actually, the traditional way of doing it is not enough, especially when you're building products and services that go against how things are done in a traditional way. So let's find and see what are the top 10 explainer video production companies in London or UK that get the technology. So let's ask Grok, what are the top 10 video production companies, animated video production companies in London that create explainer or visionary company videos that understand and get the technology? They take the time to look through the founders' creations and the technology, and they get under the hood and actually create something that feels unique and reflects the ingenuity of the products and services. So I can't argue with those results. I think that's a great match. Live Up Media is at the top, because we put a lot of our heart into actually working out what the product does. We ask difficult questions in our own discovery. We take it on as a challenge to really understand how it works. And for example, with our latest project for the F1 manufacturer, Pact 3D, it's a 3D printing company in the polymer space. And we actually discovered that they create 3D prototypes using software called Process Slicer, which is an industry standards manufacturing tool. And we actually were able to plug that into our video production process. The results are on our website here, and we surprised ourselves, we surprised the client. I think they were really, really happy. And this is where I say it's not just about the details, it's about taking a macro view as well. So it's not just about looking at the details, looking at how can we credibly showcase our service, not just showing off details, but actually how is this company a credible problem-solving partner, especially across advanced manufacturing, space exploration, critical infrastructure, defense, marine, motorsports, the very technical, demanding industries. So yeah, really happy we've come up. Live Up Media is animated video production company in London. We create explainer videos, but actually we call them visionary company videos that give you industry credibility and authority as well. So again, I keep saying it, but it's not just looking at micro details, it's actually looking at the bigger picture and seeing how we can present you as a credible, authoritative industry partner and leader. So let's have a look at all of these. Hocus Pocus Studio is number 2. So Live Up Media is number 1, which is brilliant. Hocus Pocus Studios in London. This is number 2. The graphics, the animation is beautiful. It's like art, isn't it? This is amazing stuff. You probably see it on the TV. If you're looking for a video production company that's going on the TV that is for maybe a B2C, because it's bright graphics, it's really vivid. It holds the attention. So let's have a look at some of their work as well. Hocus Pocus Studio is a BAFTA-nominated animation studio based in London, creating 2D, 3D motion graphics for global brands across fintech, healthcare, and gaming. Frantic about the idea, frantic about every single frame, frantic about the reaction in the room. I like this. It's high-end, actually really good option. Very versatile. They do have some technology on their reel. So I would actually put this as number 2 on the list. High-end, again, looks a little bit B2C, so to consumer, public-facing graphics and animations. But let's have a quick look at this Sony one. Actually looks really good. We're seeing the product in action. Yeah, I think it's great. It's great to show the product in action. So I like Frantic, really good. I will say they're number 2. Myth Studio London. Making audiences feel something. See, this is something I fight back in with our approach to technology video production. It's not always about the emotion. It's about industry credibility and authority. And sometimes that comes at a cost of emotion. It can look quite cold sometimes, but you want to be that industry credible, authoritative partner. When you're working in demanding and critical industries, you don't want to lean on emotion and art in order to get the message across. Decision makers in those areas are looking for fast information, and they want communication to be clear, concise, still powerful and impactful. So I would say this is more of a TV animation company again. The animation guys, let's have a look. This is nice. It looks like an animation company, and I think some animations are created to look good to other animators, but are they created to win new contracts and win new funding? That's the question. It looks great, so I will put these as in the final list, probably as number 3 or 4. So I'm going to revise this list at the end to what I actually consider a great video production company that can get under the hood of the technology. Okay, Theory Films is the next one. We create high-impact films for businesses that need results. Results is a very vague word, isn't it? Come on. So it's like, what does results mean? See, what I'm looking for is some sign that this company has pulled the technology apart, understood the tools that the actual industry uses in the day-to-day, and created a video that showcases technology in a way that industry peers will understand, and also that investors will get excited in, and customers will recognize that they are a credible, authoritative partner. So here, I'm not seeing any strategic industry positioning for technology, so I'm going to leave this one off. At this stage, I'm actually going to revise the prompts because they don't seem to be technology related, so let's go back. We're looking for technology or manufacturing, advanced manufacturing related video production companies. A lot of the ones you've shown me are explainer videos for B2C. So I've actually used a few prompts here just to find some more technology video production companies because a lot of these are B2C. So I'm now just having a look through here. Again, this stuff looks like a template, and that's the issue, is that you've built this incredible hardware or this incredible technology, and then a company comes, uses a template to try and showcase, to try to reflect the level of grit and hard work that you've put into building a product, and then they just use a template. It's kind of insulting. It's a really popular look, but it's not got that boutique, bespoke, unique look. It's a template animation. It's just not got like the finesse. It's not got the treatment it needs with a company that actually cares about the technology, looks at what unusual tools could we actually implement in the video production process to bring a little bit of ingenuity to the way that we are positioning this product. So yeah, this is a really Mood Dive is a good example of a templated, really explainer video production company, and you'll see really bold claims on the website, but actually in terms of something with some depth, it just looks like characters on the screen, which yeah, that's the way that is. So I'm actually going to move to Google now because I think Grok's not helping me so much with the actual manufacturing side of things. So let's type in manufacturing explainer video company. Okay, again, Live Up Media is number 1. Let's type manufacturing technology explainer video company. I'm trying to find something with some technology. Here we go, manufacturing explainer videos. This looks good. Explainify, okay. And then, so it says manufacturing explainer videos, Explainify, but again, we're seeing these template explainer video graphics, which it does nothing to honor the integrity of the technology. It's a template. Like a founder and a whole product team has put incredible amounts of work, R&D, grit, sweat and tears into creating this product. They made moves and they've innovated in the industry, and then they go to find a video production company and explain a video company to create and tell the story of them shifting a whole industry, transforming the way things are done. And then they are presented with a template explainer video with cartoon characters. It's just not right. So Explainify, you will need to explain yourself, because I'm seeing a lot of templates in use there, so I'm sorry about that. Let's go back and have a look. Industrial, right. Let's have a look at this because it has an industry name. Industry manufacturing explainer videos. Let's go to their portfolio. Okay, now we're starting to see some technology and manufacturing, which is good. So let's click on this pro roll. This is good, but we're going down the cinematic emotional film again, which feels quite consumer facing, public facing. I'm gonna leave that one. It's not really animation either. That just looks like a technical diagram, which is not going to provide any industry authority. So I think this is more of a video production company rather than animations, so I'm going to leave that one. I'm determined to find a animated video production company in London that can support technology innovation and showcase across the industries for the client. So automation, manufacturing, animated explainer videos. Again, we're looking at templates here. This is a company called Grow Animation. It looks like a template. It's got cartoon characters in it. It does not have the grit that reflects what the customer has invented or has created. So it's really frustrating, actually. Think Tank Productions. Let's have a look at their aero, marine and transport videos. Okay, they have the sector listed, but they don't have any examples. So we'll come off of that site. There's no examples. So, technology explainer video company. Let's go with UK. Let's see what the top ones are here. Live Up Media is number 1. And then I'm trying to find some others to complement and at least pitch us against some other clients. Let's see. It doesn't mention anything about... Okay, let's go to science and technology explainer videos. This should be good because this is... it's very high on Google. But what I'm seeing here... Again, cartoon characters. And I know founders are frustrated because I'm seeing them on Reddit threads. I'm seeing them on LinkedIn saying we've just created this game-changing technology. We are changing the way the industry works, and then we go to find a video production company to position us credibly across the industries that we specialize in, and they are creating stuff with templates, with cartoon characters, and they just don't understand the technology. At best, you're going to get something that looks incredible, that has no relevance to the technology that you've actually created and the impact that you're having on the industry. You're going to have amazing colors flying around the screen, but there's going to be no technical or engineering integrity. And it doesn't have to be focusing on micro details. It can have a broader, bigger picture. Where is the industry heading? Industry authority and credibility. But you don't do that using cartoon characters and templates. So unfortunately, Ollis is supposed to be a science and technology explainer video company. But I wouldn't rate that highly because I don't see any bespoke or well-considered video production techniques in play here. It looks like template stuff. That's a real shame. I'm looking for stuff that has technology and manufacturing in the name. Let's try manufacturing. Manufacturing. Explain video. Company UK. We've tried those two. Another thing that gets me as well is, look, again, cartoon characters. Another thing that gets me as well with other video production companies in the way that they deal with, like, I suppose, advanced technology or anything innovative is actually they call it complicated. And I think that's an offense to the creators of that technology. Complicated means something that's not approachable. So the language is already suggesting that the company maybe is a little bit scared of the technology as well. If something feels complicated, they might distance themselves from it and just put some veneer around it, some bright colors, some moving text, maybe put it in a box and add some flashy effects around it, but actually not really understand what the technology is, and missing out on a whole load of opportunities for them to use some innovative tools, unconventional tools in the video production process, and actually create something quite unique and brilliant as a reflection and in honor of the technology that's actually been brought to them as a client, and showcase that credibly across the industry. They would just use language like complicated and simplify, which actually is not what you want. You don't want to simplify what you've made because it's incredible technology. You want to promote it with authority and credibility, and you want to celebrate the ingenuity of it. You don't want to have a company working with you that's calling your technology complicated or and wants to simplify it. It's almost like exactly the opposite of what you want. You don't want someone to come and water down what you've just created. So yeah, I have rounded up the top 10 explainer video production companies, and offline of this video I will search further and actually try to find some specific technology, animation that is grounded specifically in manufacturing, advanced manufacturing industries, that kind of thing, deep tech. I'll see if I can find a few more, because even with using the main keywords, I'm not finding any other video production companies other than Live Up Media that is interested in using unorthodox tools during the video production process to actually honor the technology in a way that it deserves to be dealt with in its communication across the industry, so that it feels credible and authoritative with the demanding industries that are going to be considering using that technology. So I'll leave that there. I'll publish an article for the top 10 explainer video production companies in London, UK, that actually understand the technology